Greetings YouTube. It's been a long time coming since I'm making another video. It's about time I started. So I'm going to take a little bit of a different approach now. So I'm going to open up and I'm going to start this series. It's going to be a lot more neutral in topic compared to what I'm used to talking on my YouTube channel, like a lot of magical stuff. I'm going to open it up a little bit more. I'm going to make it up a little bit broader. And at the risk of talking about something that has already been talked about 1,000 times, I just want to bring in my own perspective based on my years of experience and knowledge about law of attraction. The Thoughts Become Things series. I've heard that before. Thoughts become things? I actually think I heard that in I want to say it was a secret. When I was 17 years old, I was in this class that they send felony drug offenders to, and it just so happened that some of the things that they were talking about, they had one session where they played the video, The Secret. I'm not entirely sure what that purpose has with felony drug probation, but whatever it was, I am really glad I saw it. I saw it at the ripe young age of 17 years old, and that opened up this whole world of possibilities. So who knew if it was real or not, right? Back then, I was 17 years old. I was sitting there in this class that I really didn't want to be in because I was forced to be in by the government. And here they play something really cool. They say, this guy up there, I think the guy's name is Proctor. He says, thoughts become things. Think it and it shall be. Hold up. You mean to tell me that I can literally create by using what I have up here? Go on. Go on. So anyway, I started diving deeper into it, right? I started practicing. There's this one scene in that movie I remember very vividly. In that movie, there's this guy. He is about like how old I am right now, 29. And he's sitting there, he closes his eyes, and he starts shifting the gears of a car. And then like the next scene flashes forward to him actually being in a car. So I thought it would be that simple where I would just imagine that I was in what I wanted as far as a car, and a few years later, hopefully it would magically show up. But no, that's not how it works. That is not how it works at all. So there's a lot of misleading information out there. Let me rephrase that. It's not misleading. Nobody's trying to mislead anybody. But people are a little misguided, and can't say it's the people's fault. Can't say it's the people who are providing the information's fault. Can't really say any of that. There's just some missing holes in these pieces that just so happen to get missed. Part of that is it all starts up here, right? It's one thing to feel like I am in a nice Lamborghini, but there is so much effort and energy required in reality to get from this, which is my thought, and this is the desired reality, right? They're on this wavelength, but my current reality is up here. So I have to first shift my reality or shift my thought onto the same plane of thinking and reality. Like these two have to match up. They have to align, because if I'm on this wavelength or a lifeline going this way, then getting at a destination up here, I have to make choice after choice after choice after choice after choice after choice in the right sequence to get to the desired reality, which is over here. If this is even going to be possible, I have to make constant changes over and over and over again, make decisions, make choices that will push me in that direction. A lot of that, in fact, 90% of that starts up here. But how do you even get all this turning? So what do you even have to do? It's not as simple as, oh, I'm going to think about... Let me rephrase it. I don't want to make it sound like I'm making fun of it, because I shouldn't be. It's a very valid thought. I am manifesting something, so I would tell myself, I am abundant. Here's the problem. If I don't believe that I am abundant, it immediately raises a subconscious defense. Walls go up, and that manifestation effort is sabotaged because the subconscious does not believe it on the inside. Deep down, there's something in me that does not believe that I am abundant. So I have to chip away the layers preventing me from actually feeling that. How do I go about doing that? One thing that really works is to constantly change and evolve my method of thinking. I have to constantly be working on how I perceive reality, how I look at things, and gradually my life starts to change for the better in that direction. But it all starts, every single thought has to be carefully, meticulously decided to the right direction. It doesn't have to be all that scary or even intimidating. Really, it's just practice. That's all it is. It's just practice. Practice in the right direction. So in order for me to actually get to a place where I feel like I deserve abundance, I have to, first of all, work on my self-worth. I have to work on what actions do I take on a daily basis. Am I even grateful in my existence? If I am grateful for my existence, then by default, abundance will come naturally will come easier. Abundance will come easier. If I am happy with who I am as a person, abundance will come a lot easier. If I do not like the actions that I'm doing, if I'm living at a dead-end job, if I'm living at a place that I hate living, and then I'm going to a dead-end job, nothing about that reality adds up to where abundance would be the outcome. Abundance is not the natural outcome of that timeline. If I hate my job, hate my house, hate the people around me, abundance is not going to be in that lifestyle. So what I have to first do is make decisions in my daily life, like if I hate that job, either A, quit, B, ask my boss for a different position, or C, change the way I feel about the situation. Because what's the point of going to work and feeling like shit going to work if it's draining my soul, right? And we're lucky for living in 2019, wherever you are. We have a huge amount of choice in what we do for vocation. There's a lot of people on YouTube who are making videos who do a lot better than me, who are actually making a lot of money doing that solo, and they love what they do. And that's amazing. I find that admirable. I don't make money from my YouTube, but I really, really, really enjoy making videos, which is why it's been a few months since I made a video, and I was sitting there thinking, well, my YouTube channel is just growing, or it's not growing, it's like growing stale. Like I noticed the metrics, the numbers started going down for how many people were watching and viewing, and you know what that did to me was I want to create. I felt like I was creating a lot on YouTube, and I enjoyed it. So here I am again making another video, but here I'm opening it up to a different concept because I don't want to just keep talking about magic, which is very limited in how many people are actually going to be able to do it. Anyway, I'm going way off the topic here. We're talking about, these are people who live their life, they love making videos, and they're enjoying life. So what do I have to do, right? What do I have to do to change my life? If I was living in a life that I did not like, what do I have to do? So I could change my job, right? If I don't like my living situation, what can I do? I have to make changes in my living situation. I can't sit there and think and expect life to change if I'm not taking any action to make it change. So let's fast forward, okay? Let's say all those things are taken care of. I love my house, hypothetically. I really do, but let's just say hypothetically. Hypothetically, I love my house, I love my job, and I'm enjoying my existence. So when I go into my meditation, my visualization mode, and I say, I am abundant, I can actually feel that I am abundant because my outer reality reflects a lot more what I am saying and putting out into the universe. So I want to leave you with some actionable information. What can you do to make the thoughts become things? And what are the missing things that a lot of times unintentionally get left out? There's a lot of self-work that you need to do. Ask yourself a few questions before you go to bed. Try to ask 3 days in a row, 3 nights in a row before you go to sleep. Ask, do I like the living situation that I'm currently experiencing? Ask yourself that. And you don't have to answer your question. The reason I'm saying to do it before you go to bed is ask the question and let your mind tell you while you're sleeping. And when you wake up, try to remember, make sure it's the first thing that you think about when you wake up. Ask yourself that question again, like really quick, and then see if there's an answer that pops up. you might be surprised what you get. Another question. Do I like what I do for a living? The answer may surprise you. You might actually find out, yeah, you do like what you're doing. Or maybe you'll find out that you just need to make little, small changes in the way you look at things. And you may find that you indeed like it. Or you may find out you don't like it and you really get confirmation and you have the fire, you have the strength, you have the knowledge that you need to make a decision to go somewhere else. And finally, are you grateful for living the life that you're living? It's an important one. It's a really hard, really hard question to answer. A lot of people have had some really crappy things happen to them in their life, and it's super hard to even contemplate how to be grateful for anything that has happened and for everything that has happened. But there's a lot of mental and emotional work that goes behind becoming grateful for everything that has happened, even the bad. And if you can honestly say after the third day that, yes, I am grateful for the life that I am living. Manifestation, bring it on, man. Bring it on. You're in for that manifestation. It's going to work real well because gratitude is like the lifeblood. It's the most powerful fuel source for manifestation. Okay, it's not the most powerful, but it's one of them. So anyway, guys, glad to bring another YouTube video to you guys. Glad to be creating again. Glad to use my creative powers that I am so glad to finally give back to the world something. So hope you enjoy this video. I finally got this thing where it stands up. It's a little YouTube camera. It's not a YouTube camera. It's a cell phone holder tripod thing with a little light. It was on my Amazon wish list. It finally went on sale. Like, it was 15 bucks off. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy this. But I hadn't made videos in months. So I was like, okay, now I bought this. And I wanted to have it when I was making videos, but now I'm not making videos anymore. So what's the point of even having this? Alright guys, take care. Thanks for watching.